Okay, well, I'm delighted to say we're joined for our first interview at the Rio Convention's Pavilion by Darren Swanson, who's Director at the International Institute for Sustainable Development. Darren, we're both sitting here sweltering. What's your job going to be over the next 10 days here in Rio?
Well, thank you very much. It's good to be here. Our institute has a number of roles that we'll be undertaking here at the summit. Most notably, our IISD reporting services is covering the events in terms of the different sessions. So the Earth Negotiations Bulletin at the Institute is celebrating its 20th year this year in covering these events and the climate change conference of the parties and the other international meetings that have gone on over the past 20 years. So this is a very important year for us in terms of the Institute and covering these events, and we're glad to be here at this event. There's lots going on here over the next couple of weeks.
What in particular are you looking forward to when you look at the schedule here in the pavilion?
Well, the schedule is quite diverse, as you've seen both at Rio Centro and here at the pavilion site. So lots of, and one of the main messages, I think, is the fact that there are a lot of initiatives going on from the ground. So a lot of groups doing very innovative things all around the world, and that, I think, is where a lot of the momentum and optimism, I think, lies in progress towards sustainable development, is in all these groups self-organizing and doing innovative things for a common purpose. So that's an exciting part of this whole collection, in addition to the broader meeting events.
Okay, and the words sustainable development are in the name of your organisation. They're in the name of this conference. What do those two words mean? Because we've looked at the draft agendas for the high-level summit, and there's been a lot of disagreements between many of the big blocs around the world over what those words mean, what a green economy means, and all the relevant arguments. What does, from your point of view, what does sustainable development actually mean?
Well, it's an important concept, and it's stuck for a long time because of its basics, and its basics being a forward-looking perspective. So seeing all issues, all development activities from that future generation perspective. The future generation can't be in the room in today's decision making. So the concept of sustainable development is about finding ways to bring that future generation into the room to represent that perspective. Now, the second part of the sustainable development definition that our institute, of course, really tries to build into all of its work is this integrated perspective. So it's trying to see the issues from the economic, social, and environmental perspectives. So those basic parts or basic pieces of the sustainable development conversation, I don't think will ever go away because they're just so at heart of the way to do better decision making. And that's the approach we take in the policy research that we do, in the knowledge management functions that we do as an institute. And that's what I think will carry through as an important thread throughout the whole conference. Irrespective of the complexities of some of the negotiations and the formal meetings, the basic concept of sustainable development is important and quite simple at base, and we need to sort of keep that in mind as we're sort of thinking about getting, I guess, perhaps lost in the trees and not seeing the forest on many issues.